If you're looking to shed weight within a 2-week period, you need to be hitting 10,000 steps a day. Walking is a low impact cardio, so it's gonna...
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we'll be talking about the secret to losing the weight. So I'll put the videos together so that you watch and learn. I'll be back, share my choosings.
If you're looking to shed weight within a 2-week period, you need to be hitting 10,000 steps a day. Walking is a low impact cardio, so it's gonna target your fat and help you lose those extra pounds. I think walking is so underrated because it's so easy, but it genuinely is what's gonna help you lose weight. And I've been doing 10,000 steps the last 5 days and I've already literally lost 3 pounds just by moving my body in a healthy way. So this is just your reminder, you don't need to kill yourself to lose weight. You just need to get in your 10,000 steps and obviously be eating clean, but walking is the most effective way to target weight loss in a fast period of time.
The easiest way to lose weight is to act as if you have already lost the weight. You are already in the body of your dreams. You are already skinny. Your goal right now is to not go back to where you were. Every time that you have a cheat meal, every time that you are eating something you're not supposed to, every time you're skipping a workout, you're taking yourself 5-10 steps towards the direction you don't want to go. Keep in mind, from now on, you are skinny. How does a skinny person act? That's how you're going to act moving forward. No more late night food, no more skipping workouts, no more eating what you're not supposed to eat, no more, none of that. You are a skinny person now. Act like it. And give yourself a few months, watch your body transform. Watch how your body is going to change over time. It is that simple.
If you want to drop body fat fast, sure, you could eat in a massive calorie deficit and train 6 to 7 times a week, but the bigger the deficit, the hungrier and the weaker you'll become. And the more training you're doing, the quicker that you'll burn out. Your schedule is already busy, so if you really want to drop body fat and keep it off without sacrificing your work or your social life, eat 3 meals per day in just a slight calorie deficit, 200 to 300 calories below your maintenance. And before you motherfuckers comment anything, your calorie deficit is not 1200. I've coached over 600 women.
I'm going to share my biggest weight loss tip on how I was able to go from this to this, losing 75 pounds. My biggest tip, and I can't stress this enough, is understanding how you're consuming your calories. For example, we all love Starbucks, we all love Dunkin', we love our little pumpkin spice latte, our pumpkin spice drinks. We want to be very seasonal. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Those drinks have so many fucking calories. And I don't know if anybody's ever looked it up. Sometimes they don't post the calories up on the board next to the drinks. So I'm gonna show you just how many calories you're consuming when you drink your pumpkin spice. For reference, the example I'm gonna use to break this down and show you guys just how many calories are in these kinds of drinks, I'm gonna use the pumpkin swirl frozen coffee from Dunkin'. Looks like this, delicious, yes. It looks good. There is 930 calories in this drink. 930. That's 63% of my daily calories. If I were to drink this in the morning, I'd only have 541 more calories to get me through the rest of the day. No comment. I'm gonna insert a picture. There's 185 grams of sugar in this. 46 teaspoons of sugar is equal to 14 glazed donuts. Wouldn't you much rather eat your calories than drink them in a drink? There are so many different alternatives that you can get from Starbucks, from Dunkin', from anywhere that has significantly less calories than this one, so that you can still have your pumpkin spice while losing weight. This was the biggest thing for me. I didn't realize how many calories I was consuming on a daily basis because I would go out to Dunkin', to Starbucks, and I would get drinks like this, not knowing. That's why I wasn't losing weight, because I was consuming a drink that has 930 calories and then eating more. So I have it all done out on this board. I have my resting metabolic rate, my maintenance calories, and my calorie deficit. I explained all of this in my video and my subscription, so the link's here if you guys are interested in trying to calculate your resting metabolic rate, so how many calories your body's burning at its resting state, and then finding your maintenance calories, so how many calories you should be consuming on a daily basis just to function as a human being, and then how to calculate your calorie deficit calories, which is the calories that you're going to want to be consuming if you want to lose weight. This video is up and posted. Just click there and you'll be able to find it. That was one of my biggest things, was eliminating high calorie drinks and replacing them with healthier alternatives. I love my coffee. I look forward to it in the morning. It's the first thing I think about when I wake up. If you're looking to lose weight, I would highly suggest breaking down your calories and figuring out how you consume your calories throughout the day so that you're able to stay in a calorie deficit and lose weight.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a secret about weight loss that's really going to shock you. Exercising more is not necessarily going to help you lose more weight. As a fat loss expert and lifestyle transformation coaches help their clients get results like this, I can attest to the fact that exercise is not as big of a contributor to your weight loss as you think it is. And here's an easy way to understand why. When you exercise, you're burning calories. So some people are like, oh, the more calories I burn, the more weight I'll lose. But here's the thing. Most exercise does not burn that many calories. In order to burn a lot, you have to work out a lot. For example, it takes about 300 crunches just to burn 100 calories. Just 100. Whereas, for example, say you have peanut butter every day with your toast, if you just reduce your peanut butter by 1 tablespoon, you are reducing 100 calories without having to do 300 crunches or more exercise. Weight loss is all about nutrition. Exercise will just help you sculpt the body that's there once the fat goes away. Moral of the story is if you want to lose weight, you need to dial in on your nutrition. If you need help doing that, click the link in my bio.
What's the flat tummy secret? Stop eating whatever you want. Jesus. Stop eating whatever you want. You do not have a courteous metabolism. That's why you're over your fighting weight. So anytime you decide to just eat whatever you want, or if you decide to mentally tell yourself that you don't eat that much, but you be snacking on cookies and nerds and cupcakes and cheesecake, cake, you look like cake. Seriously, stop eating whatever y'all want. Like I want you to stop acting like you didn't eat your way to that body, and you can eat your way to the new one as well. When we just cut out processed foods, snacking late, especially those of you who snack late at night and then go to sleep on it. Oh, at least snack in the midday and walk around on it a little bit. But it's like your stomach's not flat, and it's not just PCOS or because you had a baby. The baby's 12. It's not about that. You eat whatever you want. You have no discipline. Everybody whose body you aspire to have, they have discipline like you've never had. So lock in on your discipline. Just try not eating fast food for 2 weeks. Cook your meal. See what happens. Just don't even touch the gym. Just see what happens when you stop eating processed foods. There's no amount of ab workouts and cardio that's going to get your stomach flat. It's your diet. Stop snacking. All right, let's get.
This is the quickest way to lose 10 to 15 kg and love what you see when you look in the mirror without starving yourself or worrying about regaining weight. This will work for you whether you are in your 20s, 30s, 40s, or 50s, whether you are menopausal, have PCOS, hormonal imbalances, or any other health conditions. This worked for my clients of all age ranges. So definitely save this step-by-step game plan to implement when you are ready, and share with a friend or family member who you think can find it helpful. First thing we do is define the activity we want to do. I don't count calories as I don't want you to obsess over them, but we need to make some low impact activity our everyday habit. You don't need to do anything crazy like HIIT, running, or CrossFit, but you do want to get in some sort of light, low impact cardio. I recommend walking because it tends to be the easiest, most accessible, and pleasurable activity that doesn't require any prep. Aim to walk 5 to 7,000 steps every day. If you're someone who is very residential at the moment, don't worry. You want to work your way up to it. Pick a smartwatch or use a step tracker on your phone and calculate how many steps on average you do right now, and then try to gradually increase this number from day to day. Now let's talk about food. Food is 80% of your weight loss success. I don't push people to count calories or use any calorie counting apps. Instead, I have my own approach called plate rule. This is ideal for people who doesn't have time and desire to shop or measure their food in advance. You just need to choose from offered foods and visually weigh their portions. That works for all meals, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. The only thing you need for this method is a plate with a diameter of 22 centimeters. Take such plate and divide it into halves. Then one half divide into 2 parts. Half of your plate should be fresh or steamed vegetables, quarter protein like chicken, seafood, or fish, and the remaining quarter complex carbs, grains, or beans. With such approach, you won't go beyond your calories. Aim to have 3 meals like this every day, and feel free to add a dessert or a glass of wine to one of your meals. Even with this, you will still hit your goal of calories. And don't aim to be perfect right from the start. Adjusting meal to this structure takes time, and that's totally fine. Just start doing it gradually with small changes. And many people are still conscious about carbs, especially for weight loss. Please don't be. We just need high quality complex carbs that contain fiber. Fiber is essential for weight loss as it helps you feel full longer, making it easy to avoid overeating. Fiber keeps your blood sugar levels steady, which reduces cravings for sugary snacks. Fiber also supports gut health, helping with digestion. It also takes more time to digest fiber due to its complex structure. Many people think that we burn calories only when we exercise, but in reality, everything that requires work from our body does burn calories, including digesting food. Your body has to chew, swallow, and break down the food. That means that it's gonna burn calories. Food with more nutrients like high fiber food create more work for your body because there are so many good stuff in them. But that means that your body burns more calories while digesting them. So if you do these two things consistently, you will be unrecognizable in 3 months. If you found this helpful, do me a favor and hit follow. If you want to know what exactly to eat for weight loss, check my bio. I have a special training where I give 80 plus foods for weight loss. You can find
brain hack to feel full and to stop your cravings. This is called the NLP technique. It's done by many doctors, by Anthony Robbins himself, and it's proven to work. So what you do is you associate an emotion with a movement. You recall a memory where you were full and you really feel it. And you feel that emotion. I also like to get really full so that I can feel it. The more senses you can put into the memory, the better it will work. And then I tap on a part of my body and say, I'm full. I'm full, I'm full. You can tap on your face, pinch yourself, whatever movement you want to do. You could even do it with your mouth or whatever. Anyways, you do this repeatedly until your brain registers that emotion with that movement. So once you want to feel full and you're outside, you just say, I'm full, and you really feel full.
You want to know how I lost 10 kilos in 5 weeks? This follows bodybuilding fundamentals, but applied to real life on a reduced scale, they still work because it's the basics of just thermodynamics, but extremified. 1. Calorie deficit. How'd you create this? Cardio and reducing food intake. 2. Heavy lifting 5 times a week minimum. Minimum, heavy intense lifting. Intense, heavy. Heavy and intense lifting 5 times a week minimum. 3. Cardio, steady state cardio. 45 minutes minimum a day. How did I do it? I went in an 800 calorie deficit. I was doing an hour and a half of cardio every single day. No rest days. My rest days from lifting were cardio days. And I was lifting 6 times a week. That is how you lose 10 kg in 5 weeks.
Hey y'all, what's going on? So we back with another important video because what? I'll tell you a joke, but I never tell you a lie. So how to lose weight, not a bunch of weight, but how to keep that scale going down even on the days that you're not working out. So on the days that you're not working out, right, and you still want to see those pounds continue to decrease, you want to still be moving around, y'all. Don't just sit on the couch. Don't just be lazy, all right? You want to continue moving around because that's still keeping your body flowing going. Lots and lots and lots of water. That is going to be your key in weight loss, period, y'all. Get that water intake up. Push yourself. It's hard. Trust me, I do it every day. Push yourself. Get that water in. And also keeping those calories low. So if your count is 1,200 and you want to keep it under, try to stay under 800, 900. Don't kill yourself, but just keep those calories low. And I promise you, those 3 tips, you will see a difference.
In the past 10 days, I've lost 5 pounds, and I didn't just go into it deciding to eat healthy or be more active or get my steps in. I had an actual specific strategy, and I'm going to share it with you, but I'm not sugarcoating anything. Let's get into it. The first thing you need to know is if you're not actively losing weight right now, something isn't working. And that means that something needs to be changed in your approach to knock you into a calorie deficit. For example, before I started this pretty strict protocol, I was working out 5 to 6 days a week. I was strength training 6 days a week. I was doing cardio 2 days a week, running 5 miles. I was tracking all my food in MyFitnessPal, which was around like 1,700 calories for my body. Did that routine for a week, did not see a scale weight drop. Went down to 1,600 calories, did that routine for a week, did not see a scale weight drop. So I knew that what I was doing wasn't working and that I needed to make adjustments in my approach. So I decided, okay, I'm going to up my activity level. I'm going to get 10,000 steps a day on my walking pad. in addition to what I normally do in my workout routine, and I'm gonna drop my calories. Now for my specific body, I'm sitting at around 1500 calories, which can be a completely different number for you depending on your height, weight, age, activity level, etc. If you need help calculating that, I'm linking my 4-part training below on how to put yourself into an accurate calorie deficit. So number 1 is being honest with yourself about what's not working and improving from there. Number 2 is for the past 10 days, I literally have not went off plan once. I've been extremely strict with myself, and by strict, I mean like I at most have went 2 calories over my caloric intake. And within that caloric intake, I've hit my macros every single day. So not only am I hitting my calories, my protein goal is always over what is allotted for my body. My protein goal these past 10 days has literally been double what it was in the past. That's another change I made in order to make sure my body and my metabolism was functioning at its peak capacity. I've been accurately weighing every single ingredient, which takes me to number 3. These past 10 days, there has not been a single time where I've ate a snack from my kitchen or a bite of something, or I tried something out that I couldn't log. I have not strayed from my plan in the past 10 days with anything that gave me a chance to inaccurately log it. Every single ingredient I've weighed out to a T. Every single meal I've eaten in the past 10 days has either been cooked at home so I can accurately track it, or it has also been at a restaurant that either had calories on the menu so that I could make sure that I was eating those exact portion sizes. And only one singular time have I went out and ate something that didn't have calories on the menu, but I picked a very easily trackable option. It was easily estimatable portion sizes in front of me so that I could compare it to those exact ingredients that I use at home, and I could easily estimate, okay, this was 2 ounces, this was 30 grams, this was 2 tablespoons, etc. The hard truth of the matter is if you're somebody who's been really active for a long time, you have a routine of working out and exercising, you eat healthy, or you loosely track your calories and you're pretty consistent with it, but not always. If you've been in that routine for a really long time and your body has adapted to it, you have to improve in some area in order to see a difference. For me, from any outside perspective, it might look like, oh my gosh, she's training really hard, she's tracking her calories really closely, but I knew that I could be better and that there were ways that I could be more accurate, more consistent, and I could increase my activity and drop my calories a little bit, so it pushed me into a deep calorie deficit. So that's what I mean by I'm not sugarcoating anything. When you stick to a plan that you're given, your results are very predictable. I know I'm gonna get on the scale on Monday and my weight is gonna be down because I've accurately tracked every single thing that I've put into my body, and I've hit my activity level every single day that's necessary in order to maintain that calorie deficit. I think a lot of people get confused sometimes whenever they think they're in a calorie deficit, but they're actually not. If you estimate your activity level when you're figuring out your calorie deficit to be like exercising 3 to 4 times a week or moderate exercise, but then you have an off week where maybe you only get to the gym once. Okay, the next week you get there 3 times, but not 4. And then the week after that, maybe you only get there twice. Your average activity level would be around 2 times a week, not 3 to 4. You can also adjust your calories and macros to more sedentary weeks or non-active weeks to push you into a calorie deficit. Number 4 is you have to read the data to be successful. If you are not down on the scale, you most likely are not in a calorie deficit. Do you need to get 1 week into this, and if you're not down on the scale, make adjustments? Probably not, because there are outside factors like sodium intake, water weight, extra weight you're holding because of waste, being on your period, traveling, things that throw off your weight. You need to at least track for like 2 to 3 weeks consistently before you make changes. After that, you know, when you're consistently tracking, the data should read lower and you should be dropping weight if you're in a calorie deficit. When you're tracking the data, that means into my consistent journey, if I get 4 weeks into this or 6 weeks into this and I'm no longer dropping weight at this calorie and activity level, that means that something has to give if I want to keep losing, because my body and my metabolism has adapted to that intake. If that happens to me and I get to a point where I still want to see fat loss results, but it's not happening, or I hit a plateau, I'm either going to have to decrease my caloric intake, or I'm going to have to be more active and maybe up my steps to 12,000 each day, or up my cardio sessions every morning from 30 to 45 or an hour. It sucks, but it's a complete honest truth that if you aren't losing weight, you aren't in a calorie deficit, and that means you have to do something about it if you want to be in one, which means eat less calorically or move more and burn more calorically. I hope this helps.
Okay, so I lost 28 pounds since the beginning of January. I'm 5'7", and I did it as a full-time working single mom of 2. Here is a picture of what I used to look like. Here's a picture of what I look like now, and let's get into how I did it. So first step, leave that ain't shit, man. I did it, you can do it. Second thing is everyone's been asking me, how have you done it? How have you done it? How have you done it? What are the workouts you're doing? To be honest, babe, I'm barely working out. So quick story, I'm going to make this as quick as possible. I went to Europe in the beginning of January for a company trip. When I went over there, I was thinking, why are their portions so small? Why do the people look so good? I realized how much I had been overeating and how little I had been moving, because when I was over there, we were eating such little tiny portions and we were moving so much, and it felt good. So I started asking myself, where could I incorporate this into my lifestyle? And I had a really big goal of losing the weight and getting into a better feeling with my body. And it honestly all started mentally. I realized that I needed to love myself where I was at in order to get to where I wanted to be. And that was not going to come from talking negatively about myself. So I really started doing a lot of positive affirmations. I faked it till I made it, because now I do feel confident, genuinely. And then on a more practical level, I started doing a caloric deficit. So I downloaded the Lose It app. I'll insert a picture of what that looks like here. And I tracked and calculated how many calories I needed to eat in order to lose and get to the weight that I wanted to do. I really did not go crazy with exercise, nor have I. I work out about 3 times a week. Like I said, I work out about 3 times a week, so I was not really going crazy in the gym. A lot of people have been saying, post your workouts. I'm just walking. I'm doing the bare minimum. Now I am about to step it up a little, which I have a really exciting series coming soon, which I'm going to be showing you all different classes that I try. But it's really about the eating, babe. You have to do your own calculations of how much you need to be eating. Losing weight is really just a science. And when you stop letting your mind bully your body and you just do the science of what it takes to lose weight, you'll get there. Now, it may seem like I lost the weight quickly because I lost 28 pounds since January, but I've been on this journey for like 3 years and failing and failing and failing. And I feel like I was failing because it was like, I want to lose 20 pounds before this trip, or I want to lose 30 pounds so I can do whatever. You're not going to lose it like that. And the reason why you're not going to lose it like that is because those quick weight loss hacks and tricks, and even the mentality behind why you're doing it, are not gonna have longevity. If you're only trying to lose the weight because you want to look good in Miami and you don't actually want to feel better, you don't want to feel confident, it's just for this one thing, from my experience, that didn't work, which is why it's been a 3-year journey and I'm only just now seeing results over the last 3 months. So if you could take anything from me throughout this whole long explanation, it's do the science, figure out how many calories you need to be eating and kind of track it, but don't obsess over it. Go to the doctor, make sure your hormone levels and everything are right. Make sure you're not fighting within yourself. Make sure everything's good. Leave that man and start cheering yourself on.
That's a video bestie. So I'm just here just to add on like what to think about today's video. So we're talking about secret to losing weight. Basically, one of the biggest secret that people ignore is how powerful small routines are. Most of us think we need a full gym setup or a long workout schedule to make progress. But the truth is, the tiny habits repeated every day change your body. Something as simple as walking more, choosing water over juice, or reducing late night eating build the momentum. And once the momentum starts rolling, it becomes easy to choose healthy patterns because your body begins to respond with more energy and few cravings. Another thing no one tells you is that weight loss becomes much easier when you become emotional aware. Many of us are emotional eaters without even realizing it. Stress, boredom, loneliness, these things can trigger unnecessarily eating, and suddenly you are confusing or consuming big food because of feeling not hunger. The secret is to learn your emotional triggers, to understand yourself, and to find healthy ways to comfort yourself. Some people use journaling, others talk to a friend, and some take a walk or play music. When you learn to separate emotions from food, everything changes. People also underestimate how important protein in weight loss journey is. When your meals are built about protein, you feel full longer, your cravings go down, and your body become more balanced. You don't have to be perfect. It's not about restriction, it's about smart choices. A protein-rich breakfast alone can change your entire day because it stops the cycle of overeating later. Another secret that make successful weight loss mission is cutting down on processed food. These food that energize to make you crave more, making it hard to stop once you start. When you simplify your dietary, not starving yourself, but reducing the overly processed snack, your body finally relax and stop fighting you. Whole foods calm your hunger, they keep you satisfied longer. It's become easier to stay consistent without even consistently thinking about food. Sleep is one of the most underrated weight loss tools. When you don't sleep well, your hormones go crazy, your cravings go up, and your willpower drops. Suddenly, you're hungry more, moody, and more likely to reach for something sugary. A well rested person makes better choices naturally. Give your body the rest it deserves, and you'll be shocked at how much easier everything becomes. Water is another silent hero. Most people think they are hungry when they're actually dehydrated. Drinking water throughout the day keeps your digestion running smoothly, cleans your system, and stop unnecessarily snacking. It also gives you skin that glows that everybody notices when you start losing weight. Another hidden truth is that consistency beats intensity every time. You don't need to go hard for 2 weeks. You need to go stingy for 2 months. The people who lose weight and keep it off are the ones who understand that you don't need perfection, you need commitment. Even on your bad days, doing something small keeps you on track. Slow progress is still progressing. One thing I've learned is that you must build an identity around the person you want to become. If your identity is someone who is always struggling with weight, your action will follow that belief. But when you start seeing yourself as someone who value healthy, who moves their body, who chooses better foods, it's become easy to make healthy decisions because they match your identity. Weight loss happens in the mind before it happens in the body. Another secret is to stop comparing your journey to others. Everybody is different. What works fast for someone else might work slow for you, and that's okay. Your metabolism, lifestyle, genes, and routines are unique. Focus on your own path, celebrate your small wins, and avoid falling into a trap of wanting instant results. Fast weight loss often brings fast regain, but slow down honest progress bring long lasting change. And lastly, the biggest secret of all is that weight loss become easy when you make it part of you instead of something you force yourself to do. It's not a punishment. It's not a temporary phase. It's a lifestyle or choosing better food. Moving your body and being kind to yourself. When you start enjoying the process, your result become permanent. So this is a part 2 of the series, and trust me, part 3 is still coming because there's so much more to uncover. If you found this helpful, make sure you follow this page and subscribe. And always I'll talk about content, health, wellness, and living your best life. And remember, you don't need to be perfect to be successful. You just need to keep going. So that's a video for today. Take care of yourselves.